I know you're only getting around 200 views, you're tired, you're putting in the hours, but nothing is moving. You don't need better edits, you don't need better equipment. You just need to escape this YouTube rat race. I say this as somebody who's made 25K from one single YouTube video, on a channel that most people would still call small. You're not failing. YouTube has changed. And when you understand the new system, you will start to grow again. In this video, I'm going to show you how the algorithm actually tests your videos, why most small creators are fighting against the algorithm without even knowing, the 3-part formula that creators are using to grow in 2025, and the 5 danger zones to avoid instantly losing viewers. The algorithm isn't fighting against you, it's actually trying to help you. You've just not been given it the right signal. Before I get into it, if you want weekly breakdowns like this, real strategies for growing on YouTube and turning views into money, join the Ramp newsletter. It's free. I share deeper playbooks, breakdowns, everything I can't fit into these videos. Links below. Most creators think they're failing because their views are too low, but what's actually happening is simple. YouTube's reading signals from your content and it's confused. I mean, think about it. When you upload a video, YouTube has to answer a load of questions. Who the viewer is, what problem you solve, what type of value you provide, what your channel is supposed to be, and when YouTube is confused about your content, your results look random. So no, your channel isn't broken, you're just confusing the hell out of YouTube. The platform you think you're playing doesn't exist anymore. See, most people still think YouTube works like this. People search for content, the best answer wins, and the views are coming from them searches. This used to be true, but now think about how you actually use YouTube. When do you ever search for anything? I know I don't. I go to the homepage, all my favorite creators, videos that I'm actually interested in, they're just there. So what does that tell you? All the discovery is coming from your home, suggested, and browse. And when your videos are showing up there, you're playing against the big dogs. Creators that your potential viewers has loved for years. Channels with perfect branding, million subscriber thumbnails, familiar faces, and you, with your 23 subscribers, you've got to do one job. You've got to be interested enough to beat what they already wanted to click. It's interest media. That's the modern game. It's not search, it's not SEO, it's attention, curiosity, confidence, and delivery. That is what decides everything. Tutorials and pure information videos, they just don't work anymore. Information is not rare. There's actually way too much. It's everywhere. I mean, my boys are calling ChatGPT bro. AI can get them answers, tutorials, step-by-step guides, strategies, you name it, it can get it instantly. It doesn't eat, it doesn't sleep, and if your content is just information, you're competing with a machine that is awake 24/7. So how the French toast do you compete with that? The new game is this: perspective over information, clarity over complexity, identity over the topic, patterns over randomness. This is how small creators stand out. So what's actually happening with your channel? This is you, and when you post a video on YouTube, that video goes to 2 groups of people. You've got your subscribers, that's your pool of subscribers, and here you've got a lookalike audience. What this is just people who look like your audience and they like similar things. Your video is shown to these 2 groups. YouTube measures how that group reacts. If they actually react well, like click, like, watch the whole thing, comment, share, YouTube expands the test to a bigger lookalike audience. Again, this is just a bigger group of people that like the same kind of video. And this is like a chain. If this group reacts the same way, it'll go to another bigger cluster of people, and the test keeps rolling out. If the group's responding well, the test size just gets bigger and bigger. But if they react poorly, if they don't click, they don't like, they don't watch, they don't comment, they don't share, YouTube basically cancels the test. And then YouTube waits for you to upload the next video. YouTube just does the same thing, test your videos and see how the audiences react. And this is why your views feel all over the place. You're not inconsistent, your signals are. Everything that you've been feeling. The random videos that spike up to 500 views, the slow, painful death of a 30-view video, the waiting, the confusion. It comes from this root cause. YouTube doesn't understand your channel, and it's not actually your fault. You're just following old advice. So let me show you the 3-part formula small creators are actually using to grow in 2025. When YouTube understands you, it can finally promote your channel consistently. So part 1, a predictable viewer. The first thing that YouTube needs from you is pretty simple. It needs to know who your videos are for. Right now, most small creators confuse the platform. Again, this is you. You're posting videos, one's for beginners, the next one's for high-level entrepreneurs, the next video's storytelling, the next video's a Miro board tutorial, and every single one of these videos points at a different person. So YouTube can't run a clean test on your channel. Every video looks like a fresh start, a brand new channel. 0 data and 0 pattern. If you want predictable growth, you need a predictable viewer. One group, one identity. Your videos need to be made for one kind of person. When YouTube sees you making videos for the same type of person, the algorithm finally understands. It basically says, oh, this is their audience. So it goes and finds more people like them. And that's the moment that your channel will stabilize. Part 2 is a consistent type of value. This is where most small creators just completely fall apart. Every video that you post answers a question for YouTube. How does this creator provide value? Are you teaching, explaining, breaking things down, documenting, entertaining, giving commentary? Most creators are testing things and switching styles all the time. So YouTube can't categorize your content. But when you choose one type of value and you just repeat it consistently, your channel becomes a pattern, and patterns get promoted. A consistent value type allows YouTube to say, this creator helps people in this specific way, show their videos to more people who like this kind of content. That's why consistent value, not consistent posting, drives growth. And part 3 is just a video that's easy to stay for. This is the part that every creator thinks they're doing, but they never quite nail it on the head. You don't need crazy fancy editing or mad stories. You just need a video that people want to stay to the end for. Every video has 5 danger zones where the viewer can leave instantly. And those danger zones are the thumbnail, the title, the first 30 seconds, the value delivery or the middle, and then the final stretch. If any part breaks, the viewer bounces. But if each part is good enough, just good enough to get them to the next part, your retention becomes stable. Stable retention equals a clear signal. A clear signal equals a bigger test group. And a bigger test group means more growth. Retention isn't about perfection. It's just about survival. Your video doesn't have to be the best video in the world. It just has to be good enough to not get dismissed. So let me break down the 5 danger zones. What they are, why they matter, and how to avoid them. The thumbnail. The danger here is that they never stop scrolling. Your thumbnail is the first point of contact. It's the first thing that your viewer sees, and it has to be good. If no one stops for the thumbnail, no matter how much time, effort, energy, no matter how good the script is inside your video, they're never gonna see it because they've never stopped for the thumbnail. Here's how I would test my thumbnail. I would find 5 of the best performing videos based on the same idea as the one that you're creating. Put them next to yours so that you've got 6. Ask a friend that you know is gonna tell you the truth to rate them in order. If yours is in the top 4, it's a good thumbnail. Remember, keep it clean, keep it simple. Zone 2 is the title, and the danger here is that they don't click. Your title answers one question: why should I care? If the viewer can't understand your video in 1 second, they'll bounce. If the curiosity isn't obvious, they'll move on. If the title isn't focused, they'll move on. I have a full video dissecting the top 1,000 best performing titles. They all follow the same 4 rules. So when you're ready to create your own titles, make sure you go ahead and give that video a watch. Also, in the description, my title vault. 200 plus proven title formulas, pre-validated, plug and play, so that you can just copy what's working on YouTube right now. Zone 3 is the first 30 seconds. The danger here is that they think you've tricked them. The first 30 seconds decides whether the viewer's gonna carry on watching your video or if they're gonna bounce straight away. YouTube has a moving thumbnail. It lasts around 38 seconds. So even before they click on the video, they'll get a preview. And this is where the viewer will decide, am I in the right place? Is this video for me? Is this video even worth my time? Most creators lose viewers here because they ramble on, they talk about themselves, they say, what's up guys? They don't deliver on the title and there's no payoff for the viewer. So here is what you need to do in this moment. Keep your intro short and try and get straight into the value. The first 30 seconds should say to them that they're in the right place. They're gonna get exactly what they came for. The 4th zone is the middle. And the danger here is that they get bored or confused. The middle of the video is where the silent drop off happens. This is where the viewer leaves because there's too much information, or you're going off topic. You're talking in some crazy complex language that they don't even understand. If your middle loses energy, then it loses the viewer. The best way to avoid this is by having small payoffs every 20 to 30 seconds. An example of that would be, here's the part you've been missing. Let me show you an example. Watch what happens next. This is where people get stuck. Clear points, short sentences, and simple visuals. The best thing to do is just keep it clear and simple. And the 5th zone is the final stretch. The danger here is that they don't know where to go next. You can ruin your video by losing the viewer in the last part. You can lose energy, ask for likes and subs too early, or not tell them where to go next. If viewers leave early, they watch someone else, your completion rate drops. YouTube just thinks that your video wasn't satisfying enough, they didn't stay to the end, and they didn't want to click another one of your videos. The thing to do here is just to bake in a CTA at the end, telling the viewer where to go next and what they need to do. And this is great because it just means the viewer is going to keep watching your video and stay in your content flywheel. At the end of your video, the viewer should be saying, wow, I need to watch the next one, another one. They should be sounding like DJ Khaled. And if you fix these 5 danger zones, your videos just become easier to stay for. They don't need to be perfect, they just need to be good enough to survive the test. And when your videos stop losing people from early, your channel starts looking random, and YouTube will finally start pushing your content to people who actually want it. Let's pull all this together so that you can walk away with a clear plan. 1, you're not actually failing. YouTube's just changed. Old search first and SEO YouTube has died. Everyone's just getting the videos from the homepage, suggested, and browse. 2, your views look random because your signals are random. YouTube doesn't know who you help, how you help them, or what your channel is supposed to be. 3, growth in 2025 comes from 3 things: a predictable viewer, one group that you help over and over. A consistent type of value so that YouTube can categorize you by your patterns, and videos that are actually easy to stay for. Good thumbnails, good titles, good hook, good middle, and a CTA at the end. And 4, we went over the 5 danger zones. Small improvements in each point of that chain make your videos easier to stay for. If you do these things, you'll stop confusing the algorithm. And YouTube will finally have enough clarity to push your videos to the right people. If this video has made things click for you, I know you're gonna want the deeper dives that I can't fit into these videos. Join the Ramp newsletter, it's free. And it's where I'm showing all the best strategies that small creators are using to grow and actually make money from them views in 2025. The link's below. And if you wanna keep riding that momentum of this video, watch this one next. Start YouTube now or regret it in 10 years. It explains the one skill that all small creators need to survive the valley of death, and why most creators quit right before they're about to make the breakthrough. Click that video and I'll see you there.